Hey everybody, welcome back out of the channel. Today we're in my living room. It looks a little empty. Couch is sitting over there because we got this stuff going on. But the wife and kids are out of town while they fix the roof, so we're working on stuff in the living room. We're planning on putting smoke on this thing. I was going to put it on the pits for the big ragu. Pits ain't going to be done, so why not put smoke on this for the big ragu? We got all the stuff. So first thing we got to do is we got to take the big old 24-ounce tank out. We're going to put two 17-ounce tanks in there. The other thing I've got to do is these little tabs for strapping down the tanks stick up at about a 1/2 inch. There's no real way of pulling it up and out. It's glued to the side of the tunnel. Plan is I'm going to take these blocks here. We'll try and figure out where these can fit so they'll support the tank. All right, so that's pretty much how we wanted it. Both our tanks sit down in there. Stick this piece of foam down on there. And we'll strap the tanks down. Anyway, so I'll get these plumbed up and then I'll explain what I did. Right, this is our plumbing mess right here. We got our smoke tank. You can tell that filter inside there versus the felt clunk. A club member, Terry Davis, suggested putting heat shrink over top of these as well. I don't have the right size heat shrink, so I'll pick some up tomorrow and slide it over. Everything's easy enough to still get to. Nothing's been attached down here, so we are going to run it straight out of the tank and out the bottom in case something leaks. It's not inside here creating a mess. So we're going to ignore Holy Smoke's instructions. We're going to mount the pump right here. So this will just zip tie to the firewall and come over like that. That's our simple mess. We got our fill lines going over here, overflow lines coming back so they don't siphon, and our feed lines going straight out the bottom. All right, so there's my mess of hoses and stuff. Oil's gonna get all over this thing. So I sprayed this silver last summer just because I had it opened up for airflow to here, just so it looked good on the covering when I was up. Being in my house, I don't really want to spray aerosols, so I'm just gonna give a quick coat of this stuff. I'll probably come in here. I'll probably still come back this way. And we got to do in there. I do have to make a plate because there's a plate there for the landing gear, but it stops up here. And you can see that, but it also, that section is open all the way to the rest of the fuselage. If we get oil back up in here, it's gonna mess up the adhesive. Covering's gonna come off. We're just gonna end up with a mess. So I'm gonna make a balsa plate that'll sit up in here. There's a ledge, it'll glue too easy. That'll be sealed up, help that out. So we're just gonna seal this up the best we can and try and keep as much smoke oil on the outside of the plane as possible. So anyway, we got the smoke on. We gotta make a tank. This had a little white thing in there. Just kind of push it in with a flathead, grab some pliers and pull it out. Sometimes they fight you, sometimes they come out right out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ditch this garbage. I took the gasket off. There's the gasket. I'm gonna take a piece of sheet metal hanging out down there that's about that thick or so. We'll cut it out, put this gasket on it. If I had a hole saw, that'd be easiest, but I don't. And then we'll install this kit from Dubro and see how it works. I've not tried it before. I'll let you know how it goes, but it's pretty simple. It just, there's your instructions. It's on all your Dubro stuff. This will have your fuel line. That'll stay semi-secure. You gotta use Tygon. This one comes with silicone, but you gotta use Tygon with the smoke. Let your filter pick up. I might use a clunk out of one of my tanks, and then you just drill a 1/2 inch hole. But anyway, so I'll just trace that around on one of those pieces of sheet metal, stick a metal blade in there and cut it out, and then we'll drill a 1/2 inch hole. There's our little piece. I haven't test fit it yet. If I do, I just need to grind it off a little bit. It's not the most perfect, but all it needs to do is work. Fits in there just like that. That drops down. I'm gonna have to notch for that little hole for the hose here in the cap, which is gonna suck putting it on because I'll have to turn that to get it on and off. It's gonna be a bugger, but it is what it is. If I would have checked it, I would have moved it down here toward the edge, but oh well. All right, that's pretty much it. Until I can find my other clunk, we're gonna use that one. So we'll put that in, drop it in like that. We'll tighten her up, and I'll cut this stuff and figure it all out for the pump. And it comes with a chain. You can attach it to your handle. And that's about the cheapest I think you can build yourself a fuel can. And that's our finished product. I just took the chain, looped it back around to that link. It's just like your key ring type deal. Put that ring on the pump, and then if I don't want to pump right there, I want to take it off or make it easier to pull the cap off, you just unclip it. There you go. So there you go. That's that. That's the Dubro quick fuel pump kit thing, and just a can from Harbor Freight. Piece of metal, whatever, drill it out. I think if you wanted to, you could probably just drill a 1/2 inch hole right there or something, and it would work just the same. Anyway,